Hi everyone. My name is Carly Siebert. I am a CS major. My position, SPO, is I am a business lead. I am in charge of our marketing, our meetings, and the project management behind SPL. I also am in charge of the outreach. So SPL is Special Project Laboratories. We have two projects that make up our program. The first project and most important project is FSCE. And that is when we actually design a whole bunch of college kids come together and they build a Formula One car. And they go and compete. The second one that we do is Rover. And this is where we actually design we used to do the human rover project. We no longer do that anymore. Now we're just doing Rover Herc. And this is where we actually design like a robot that we actually control with a remote control versus the human buggy, which you kind of build. It's like a big bicycle essentially. And the reason why we chose that over the human buggy, because it kind of allows the students, I feel like, to be a little bit more engaged into the like what it's actually like for like a real rover. So those are our two projects that we do as SPL, do outreach for the community. And one of our assignments for the rover competition is to do outreach. And so we went to Martin Luther King School, and we had the kids design what the rover would look like, and then we had them blast it off into space by building a paper airplane. And so we first started off talking to them about like exploring like their mission to Mars and what it would be. Why is it not switching? Okay, there we go. So we go over with them about why STEM is important. And that's what the requirement is for special project laboratories. And we go over just little tidbits. Some of the fifth graders are more interested than some of the kindergartners, but we were really just trying to inspire them to try to join STEM or try to see the benefits of being part of STEM. So we just defined like what science is, what technology is, what engineering is, and what math is. And then we tried to show the application of why STEM is good, like making the world a better place, so we can do more research, more learning, and trying to encourage kids to see the benefit of STEM. And then this is where we start talking about our rover and what is a rover. And so this is our rover design. It was made in CAD and assembled in CAD, and we used assembly to put all the pieces together. And we would just go over simple like explanations of why we added some traction here, where we went wrong, just to know that it's okay to make mistakes. And like a lot of engineering students who made mistakes, like this year we're actually going to have suspension on our rover versus last year we didn't have any suspension. And what suspension will do is it will help like keep the rover more balanced as it goes over a lot of gravel. And last year our rover was going all over the place because it didn't have enough torque. So then we gave them some facts about Mars, and we talked about how cold Mars is, about Mars, and they need to keep that in mind when designing their rover. Then we go over the basics of like a rocket ship and how it moves. And then this is where we had the kids design what their rover would look like. And we had a picture of try to make it more imaginative. We didn't use like an actual real rover picture, but in this photo, we're like, okay, just think about like, this is the landscape behind Mars. What do you think your rover would look like? Will it be big? Will it be small? Some of the kids were like, and my rover will fly. My rover would be a rocket ship. My rover is gonna be a crab. We had a lot of interesting answers, but it was really nice to see all the kids' ideas and what they came up with. This was the directions on how they made their rocket ship, aka the paper airplane. And we had them walk in a line. They came around the room and they threw their paper airplane across. And that's them blasting their rovers into space. And this is some more directions, and we had a discussion. And then after that, we actually showed them this video. This was actually one of the, this is when NASA was launching one of the rovers into to space. They actually, now on the NASA website, they actually do, not NASA website, on YouTube, NASA has a YouTube channel, they posted their, they posted what it was like, they're launching the launching of the rover to there. And so all the kids were watching it, and at the end of the day, we actually handed them out rocket ships. Sadly, I don't have those rocket ships with me, but they were, we actually 3D printed them and we designed them, and they're little tiny rocket ships, and we handed them out all to the kids. And we really feel like we actually really inspired them. And you can just see, this is where
30 meters per second, altitude of about 300 meters.
And then it's landing.
About 20 meters off the surface.
And right here, this is like, this is what they're doing now for, it's actually the boogie system, where they actually have like several different wheels on the rover. And that because they have like 3 different wheels and different suspension, it can navigate it, the Mars environment a lot better. But yeah, that's what we did for the kids at the Martin Luther King School.